All right, friends, welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna start this video off. I'll give you a little update on the Harley. I don't know if you saw in the last video, but the Harley is getting no spark. It is currently broke down. And I have done all kinds of stuff to it. I think I've narrowed it down to being the ECM, which is not really something that I can do because it has to be like programmed by a specific software. So that is scheduled to go into the shop in a couple weeks. So we're going to clean the tools up and get that kind of back together. But the main point of this video is to hopefully get the Civic running again. I don't think I've told you guys, but it broke down on a drive not too long ago. It seems like it is getting no fuel. But let's go ahead and clean up the Harley, then we'll jump over to the Civic. So that is what the Civic is doing, not starting, as you can see. So I figured when it happened, I kind of did I did a little bit of a launch, kind of like a burnout type deal, and when I did that, it wheel hopped a bunch and then just died. So to me, it seemed like something came like unplugged and it just won't start now. When I was at the gas station trying to start it, it would like want to fire. It didn't sound like it there, but it like wanted to fire up, but it just like it couldn't grab. So to me, that seemed like lack of fuel. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to check fuel pressure, which I have a fuel pressure gauge kit right here that I just went ahead and bought off of Amazon, and I will link that in the description below if you guys want it. It's like 30 bucks and it's got everything. You'll see it here, I'll show you, but figured we'd start out by checking fuel pressure just to see if we have it. To my understanding, fuel pressure should be around 28 to 35, somewhere around there. And where I'm gonna tie into it is I'm either gonna go here or here, I think. I'll probably go ahead and just put it up here since that's the easiest spot. I'll show you this kit. So as you can see, it's got everything, all the little fittings, spare hoses, hose clamps. It's got everything. So anyway, let's go ahead and throw that gauge on there. All right, guys, so we have spark, or we have sorry, I just went brain dead. We have fuel. So now I just went ahead and took off the air filter so I could kind of look down in here a little more, make sure something's not unplugged. But I guess the next thing we'll do is check spark. If I look down in there, I can see where like the belt rubbed on the wire here. Might have rubbed through it. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take out that crank position sensor and pick up another one, and then we will see if that was the issue. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been I think a day or two since that last clip. I am not sure where I left off, but I have this bad habit of thinking of an idea on the car and then just coming out and like trying it real quick. Well, I did that and I found the issue, and the Civic now runs. So it sucks I didn't get it on video, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of walk through what I did and how I found it, and just kind of catch you guys up to finish out this video. I think I left off on talking about the crank sensor. I didn't touch the crank sensor. I didn't think that was really it after thinking about it a little bit, and I'm glad I did not pursue that idea, because the fix I found was a whole lot easier than taking your crank pulley off and getting that sensor out. But anyway, let me catch you guys up. Alright guys, so I decided to take the distributor cap off just to take a look at it. I didn't think I'd find anything, that's why I didn't take it off until now. But I took it off and I found there was a little screw wedged in between the point and the housing. You can tell the point is actually a little messed up. I need to get a new cap. But I saw that screw and I'm like, yeah, that's obviously not supposed to be there. So I got to looking around and I saw a piece of plastic down in here. So that screw was down in here somewhere and wallered out all that plastic. So what I did was I took off the little rotor button, whatever that's called, and took off this plastic shroud and was looking around and I couldn't find it. But then I found there was a hole in here in the rotor button that looked like a screw went in. So I got to looking around, and if you take this rotor button off, there's a metal sleeve in there. That metal sleeve slides onto the shaft. Well, the metal sleeve in this rotor button was twisted because it didn't have that set screw to hold it in place. So I had my buddy crank the car over until the hole in the shaft was facing right here to where I could get a screwdriver in there. I put the rotor button on, twisted that metal sleeve where it needed to be, put the rotor button on, put the screw back in, put it all back together, and she fired right up. So basically my distributor was out of time. That just kind of shows you, check the easy stuff first, because I wasn't even going to check that because I'm like, what could have happened inside the freaking distributor? Like nothing would have just broke. But what happened was that set screw backed out and the car bumping up and down, I guess, caused it to pop out the rest of the way. So if you guys are watching this video trying to figure out what's wrong with your car, check the easy stuff. Check your distributor, just look over it, you know. I was dumb for not doing that in the beginning, but we learn. I was really starting to think the car was out of time because the car was wanting to fire, and it even cranked at one point. So that's why I'm like, well, screw it. I mean, I checked the time, or I didn't check the timing. I checked the distributor cap, or the distributor rotation, and it didn't do anything. So I'm like, well, let me check the, just look in there. And that was the issue. So I hope I could help some of you guys out. I'm hoping the next video on this car is actually going to be a Y8 intake manifold swap. But that just depends on if I can get one in time for the next video, because I'm going to get that at the junkyard. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Please comment on the video. Help my dreams come true. Thanks, guys.